I'm Mike with the Wandering Wolf, and this is the Bolivian Salt Flats. Hey guys, we are in the southwest of Bolivia at the Bolivian Salt Flats, and we're here with Perla Bolivia and our guide Oscar, who's going to tell us a little bit about what we're getting into today.
Hello chicos, welcome to Bolivia Uyuni. So we're gonna start the tour first of all going to the Trench Graveyard, then we're gonna go to Colchani to get information about salt processing, and the rest of the afternoon is just to get fun in the salt plains, which is 12,000 square kilometers. You guys gonna get the best memories in Bolivia. As in Bolivia we say, this is going to be an unbelievable experience in your life, my friends.
Yes, awesome. Let's get to it.
Yeah man, let's do it.
Guys, we are here in Toiletry VIP bus from La Paz to Uyuni. This is the way to go. We've watched a lot of videos of traveling to Uyuni, and they did not look pleasant, so we forked over the extra cash. We figured the juice was worth the squeeze on this one because we're doing it overnight, and we needed a good rest for our trip out to Uyuni. We're doing a lot of exploring out there tomorrow, so there's not a lot online showcasing these buses, so we're gonna do it now for you.
All right, now we're on our way down to Uyuni from La Paz. When you Google search a bus to Uyuni, a lot of times when you find a Total Turismo, you'll see a VIP section, you'll see leather seats. As you can see here, they're the cloth seats, and there's not a lot of information out there regarding whether or not how far they lay back. So let me show you, these seats actually go about 3/4 the way back. So we'll see how we rest tonight. This was one of my biggest anxieties of this trip. They no longer operate flights from La Paz to Uyuni right now because of the pandemic. So we'll check with you in the morning and see how we rested.
So all in all, guys, I would say the extra money for the Total Turismo, the VIP bus, it's definitely worth it. We paid about $40. We left at 9 p.m. last night. It's right about 7 a.m. We're getting in. And from the video, like I said earlier, from the videos that I saw of the other buses, it looked like people were pretty miserable and hadn't gotten good nights of sleep. So I think spending the extra money for a more comfortable ride is definitely worth it. You have Wi-Fi on the bus. You have your own bathroom that you know is working on the bus. The bus here, it wasn't full, anywhere close to being full. In fact, the entire top level was basically empty. And so they just let you pick. You have overhead compartments and luggage. They play movies. You have USB hookups and power outlets, speakers above you here, and cool stuff like this, being able to sit right up front and see everything that's going on. So yeah, definitely think it's worth spending the extra money. I slept like a baby all night. It was great. Might have been some of the best sleep I've had on the trip so far. So definitely would recommend it. So we just got off our overnight bus from Total Turismo. We are headed out now to start our 2-day trip through Uyuni Salt Flats. And a bunch of different features, so we're really excited about that. I got a great night's sleep. I'm not sure about the other guys. It sounds like I got the best night's sleep out of everybody, but the bus was perfect. That's what you get on right there, double-decker, and all the features. It was basically empty, so you could just spread out and relax and everything. Definitely recommend it. $40 US, and it has all the amenities that you might want. Definitely worth it. The whole table is made of salt. This is all one big salt paste. And then you can see on the top the salt crystals. Wow. Very cool. A little supply stop here in town. We had to stop and get passes from the police station in order to enter the salt flats. And now we're gonna get some supplies. We need water, we need some snacks, so we can get outfitted for the trip.
Welcome to Uyuni, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Whew. Getting it done. Probably wouldn't hurt to grab a snack or two too. So we're starting the first part of our day here at the train graveyard, filming and getting all this in before we head out to the salt flats, which we're about to do right now. Hey guys, we are here at the train yard and Oscar's gonna give us a little history about the place. Oscar?
Yeah. Good morning, chicos. Good morning, everybody in the world. So I'm gonna tell you something about the place where we are. The train graveyard, as you see, is nothing very interesting because we're just gonna see locomotives rusting, and they are rusting since 1940 so far. But what is behind of this is pretty interesting because we're talking about the history of Bolivia. Bolivia, before, it used to be a very big land, and we lost a lot of places of Bolivia, talking about our wars with Brazil, with Paraguay, and especially with Chile. Uyuni, which is an important city right there. Actually, it got the name Uyuni because the real name was in Aymara. Karwani Uyu. Karwa means llama. Ni means from us, the suffix, and Uyu in this place. So Uyuni, as you see, that is the reason why Uyuni is in this place. Because if you see all around this place, there is nothing to survive.
So we're here at the train graveyard at Uyuni, and the importance of this is that it used to be basically like a hub for the mining that was being done all around here. From what we were told, the trains were actually built by the English at the start of all this. The workers were American, and the miners were the locals in the area. And this was a very important spot because there were mining going on all around this area, and this was basically a hub to take everything out and basically like up to La Paz and different places across the country where we get transported, most of which, all of the minerals and stuff that were excavated made their way back to Europe, and or a lot of it ended up sunken in the Atlantic Ocean from pirates and different stuff attacking the ships that were transporting those goods. Very cool place. Looks like it stopped being in use around the 1940s. So these trains, what is that, 80 years? Been sitting here for like 80 years. And obviously they've been rusted out and decayed. And this little ghost town and ghost graveyard here is what's left over. And it's very, very cool. So Oscar, where are we off to next?
After this, we're gonna go to Colchane, which is in a small town where we're gonna get information about salt processing, where you can also buy some salt handicrafts, okay? It's gonna take maybe 20 minutes by car to the next spot. In the land where we are, it's very flat, and it takes time driving, to be honest, okay? The Salt Lake is 12,000 square kilometers, man. So we're talking about a land which is similar as Holland.
Yeah.
So you can imagine all the Dutch people can be in the Salt Lake living.
Perfect.
Yeah,
let's
go.
check it out.
Yeah, let's have a look. So in the place where we are is Colchane. Around the Salt Lake there are many different towns, but Colchane is the only town that has permission from the government, the Bolivian one, to get salt and make money with. Because if we're talking about salt, guys, we're talking a mineral which is plenty in our planet. Take the same crystals and see the difference now about the weight. If you see this one is lighter, you clearly can feel it's lighter. For one reason, because it's completely evaporate and it lost already the proportion of lithium that it has thanks to the evaporation.
That's
why
really light.
It's very light. If you see the salt that we're taking from here, it's very fine. You can even try, it's very salty. It goes very good with tequila, by the way. Other way that they can make money is the salt bricks. Because the salt bricks are expensive. Each one is 5 to 7 or 10 Bolivianos according to the size. So that is the reason why we use just these blocks right here, because the humidity in this place is nothing compared with the rest of Bolivia, I can say, okay? If you see the crystals of salt are perfect. And actually after the rainy season over the Salt Lake, we can see the same crystals but very tiny. Why these ones look so big? Because are under the salt plains.
Made it out here onto the salt flats. This is really cool. Look at all this. Stunning. And we are just, I don't know, we're maybe 10 minutes in. So I imagine it's only going to get cooler. About to find out what this bubbling water is all about.
Let me tell you something about the place where we are. You guys, maybe you are asking yourself like, why we have these bubbles here? Maybe it's related with a volcano or with a geyser or something like that. First of all, it's not a geyser. Second thing, it's not hot water. Why is bubbling? Because, you know, Salt Lake is like this, and like this, remember?
Yeah.
So the thick is on this way. So here and here is where the water runs stronger. If you guys come over here, you see this little one.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's moving, or it doesn't look, but it's bubbling. If we're gonna find a hole, maybe that one or this one, and if everybody starts jumping, thanks to the pressure, look, the bubbles, you see? And that is the reason, because it's just pressure under the salt plain. If we jump in here, it's normally that one is gonna be bubbling, that one, the other one as well.
All right, this is where it gets fun. Getting the drone up, following us through this, get you guys some beautiful shots of this amazing place. Just unreal. I mean, this is just, you know, it's one of those places just kind of speechless. Well, how do you describe something like this, you know? It's incredible. Beautiful, amazing. That's my favorite word.
So the Dakar monument, as you see right here, is since 2014 in this place. And the reason why it's right here, because the Dakar rally came to South America. And it was the first time when Bolivia decided to join in this rally. On this side, we got the trains, a memorial or showing that it was very important thanks to Uyuni. At the other side of the monument, there was the face of La Casa de la Moneda, the coin house, where the Spanish used to print the first coins for European people at that time in Bolivia.
This place will dry you out. My throat.
Perfect, sir. Please for your hands. I don't have the gel sanitizer. I have the pure alcohol, which is better. It smells like. Please, mi amigo. Thank you very much. Okay, you just need to grab a plate and serve by yourself.
Right here at the table. Hey, I think it's 3 o'clock. This place will dry you out quick. You drink lots of water, that's for sure.
We have quinoa.
But it's food time. We need to get some energy back in us.
Guys, we just came from lunch. It was great. We're all energized and ready to go. So we're here now. We're going to learn a little bit about the islands, right?
Yes, the islands. Okay, so welcome to this place, everybody. We are now in the Incahuasi Island. As many people in the world know as Fish Island, it's a bit confused because everybody at the beginning used to go to this island because it's bigger to take some photos, and this place never been open with a path as now. Till the people from the community Tawa Coquesa, they saw that it's possible to make money, they decided to make a path here, and that's the reason why everybody comes to this place. But thanks to the people who were traveling, I'm talking about what's the name of this book? From the United States, I said before, I forgot the name.
Yeah.
Lonely Planet.
Yeah.
The Lonely Planet. So they thought that we made the path here in the Fish Island where everybody used to go, and that is the reason why everybody has this big mistake. They call this island Fish, but the real name is Incahuasi.
Okay.
Why the name is Fish? Because from above, it looks the same as a catfish swimming in a wide ocean. I'm gonna show here in this map, you clearly can see like this, because I told you before, the Salt Lake has a shape, the same as at La Paz, a bowl, a depression, where all this water being stuck here. If you guys been in La Paz, in the basin, in the bowl, it has its own range of mountain. And imagine if we're gonna cover all that with water, then the peak of those mountains gonna become into islands. In Bolivia, we have very important parties. There are 4 important parties, 2 solstices, 2 equinoxios. And there are another 4 important parties between these ones. And one of these is August, August for us is the last month of winter. September is spring. So this means in winter, in the last month, we have to kill a llama and offer this to the Mother Earth. Because according to this, when you kill a llama and you offer to the Mother Earth is going to be fit about it. And in the next months, she's gonna be so fertile where you can plant your seeds about quinoa, about potato, about different kind of things. And these ones are gonna grow in the best way after the offering to the Mother Earth. I would like to show you something else in the museum. Please, everybody follow me. This is the great island of the Lipes, because the Salt Lake continues here.
Yeah.
So this is the massive one, and then the other ones are right here.
So we're here?
Right there, man.
Wow.
So these two people are asking something to the Mother Earth. That's why you see the guy in the corner. He is the Andean priest, and he's making this celebration. As I told before, this is not an Andean culture 100%. Before, we didn't offer any alcoholic drink, any wine. What we used to offer to the Mother Earth and drink together, it was la chicha. La chicha is made of corn. Very horrible way how they used to do in the Inca Empire. Just the girls used to chew the corn seeds and spit in a bowl, and thanks to the saliva, make the fermentation.
Okay.
And everybody used to drink this drink.
Okay.
If you see here, when we kill the llama, we get the blood, and we're gonna through the blood in the four corners, always starting from the west on this direction. You guys are coming from the north hemisphere.
Right.
If you flush the toilet, the water goes on this way. But if you flush the water here, goes on this way.
Yeah.
And as the nature goes on this way, the culture, everybody need to follow that instead of fighting against to the direction, I can say. So that's why when you do this celebration, you have to get the blood. The four ones, why? East, west, south, north. Spring, summer, fall, winter. And the most important, the four important communities, I can say, from the Inca Empire. Joya Suyo, Conti Suyo, Chincha Suyo, and Anti Suyo.
All right, guys, we are heading up to the top of this little island. Wow. Just look at all this coral. Like, all this just used to be a big, or just like the ocean came up to here, or the water or sea, this is incredible. And volcanoes sticking up out of the ground. We look off in the distance behind us here and we can see a volcano, an active one. This place is just mind-blowing. Here is an example of the fruit off these trees, off the cactus that he was talking about. That's been split open and it's full of seeds and stuff. But these grow on the cactus, and this is what people used to stop and get and eat for hydration. Like I said, instead of drinking the water, since the water is so full of toxic minerals here that can really mess you up, this is where they get their hydration from. So right up here we have what he was talking about earlier, the, I guess the altar or something, is that right, Tim?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so let's check that out. We are at Plaza First de Agosto. It's a ritual site for Pachamama. This is where sacrifices happen, I think, still to this day. But just like we were shown down in there, with Oscar, where everything was set up, they would have done things the same way right here, at the top of this peak that we're on in the middle of the salt flats. And from up here, you can just see for miles and miles and miles in every single direction. And you get an idea of just how vast this area is. It's absolutely incredible. just takes your breath away to see. Very cool. This was really awesome. Walking through this archway. I'm gonna head on down. But right or left, which one to choose? Wow. This incredible formation that we're walking through here. And it's nice and cool in here, out of the sun. This is really cool. You feel that, Tim?
Oh yeah, this would be a great place to recuperate.
Yeah, I bet that's what it was used for too back in the day. Well, I think we've explored all this area as much as we can. Let's get back to Oscar and see what else he has in store for us.
Well, just finished up day one down here in Uyuni.
It's awesome.
I feel like jerky.
It's like jerky. Beef jerky.
Yeah, it's salted. But this is awesome. And we actually got lucky because we thought we were just gonna get like the water across the whole place, but we got both the water and the dry areas too. So we were actually able to experience both. And there's tons of storms around us, but they went all the way around the salt flats and avoided us. So it's a good day.
Damn good day.
Guys, yeah, check that spit. Check this out. Beautiful sunset, beautiful mountains, thunderstorms with lightning, just a vast expanse of nothingness. Volcano. Like, this place is pretty ridiculous. It's been amazing. Today really was something else, something special. Dried us out a bit with all this salt. Got me good in the eyes. But it's been an awesome day. We got some of those pictures we've been seeing.
Would you guys like to see the video?
Hamburguesa.
We made it. We are in our hotel, and we are. This is pretty cool, actually. We really couldn't see where we were going, but we're on one of the biggest islands in the salt flats, and there's little towns all over it. It took us 20 minutes to get here once we reached the island, so the thing is huge. It's nighttime, so we couldn't see anything, but we're about to eat dinner, and then we'll see about what shower situation is like. I don't know. We'll see, but you can see we're in this pretty cool. This is made of salt, and we try to get comfortable here before dinner. Good morning. It is day 2 on our Uyuni tour. This is the hotel we stayed in last night. We're waking up early. I know it looks like midday, but it is actually early in the morning. Got a bunch of stuff to see today. Let's hop in the ride and go check it out.
We are on our day 2. This is our first stop. We're in the southwest of Bolivia, very close to the Andean range with Chile right next door here. And we're stopping right now at a place called the Army of the Rocks. Oscar, do you want to tell us a little bit about this place?
Yes, definitely. I'm going to tell you something about the El Valle o la Ejército de Rocas, the Army of Rocks, because this is a beautiful formation about coral and stromatolite algae. How these rocks, they look like that is because the salt lake is not completely flat. So over there we have the salt lake, over there is the other salt lake named, what's the name of this salt lake? Tijuana Salt Lake. So it means it's like this flat and it has like a kind of bump, and the wind always blows from west to the east and the south direction. So that's the reason when the wind was blowing, these plants, these rocks, they were doing this section, this section, this section, and that's the reason they petrified in this way, okay?
So this is all coral.
Coral and algae, yeah.
So this used to all be underwater.
Underwater, yeah.
That's
It used
amazing.
to be like a kind of inner ocean
Yeah.
in the high plateau, I can say. Like the Lake Titicaca.
Yeah.
But this place dried out, and that's the reason we have the Salt Lake, as I told you yesterday, maybe.
Very cool. We're gonna explore it a little bit.
Yeah, you can go and take some photos, chicos, enjoy this beautiful place. Then we're gonna go to the volcano, and afterwards it's gonna be the best time because we're gonna see Andean flamingos in this height. Well, guys, so welcome to here. We are already in the lookout named Ollagüe, that the real name of this volcano in Bolivia is Rosa, like rose, but it's not the name of the volcano. The reason why we call like that is because our cooperative from Bolivia used to get sulfur from, and the name of this one is Rosa. So that's why if you're gonna ask to any local people here, they're gonna tell you the name Rosa, but the real name is Ollagüe. The volcano Ollagüe is exactly in the middle line between Bolivia and Chile. The altitude of the volcano is 5,863 meters over the sea. As you guys see, it's a huge volcano which is still active, but the last huge eruption, it was 23,000 years ago. But the volcanic rocks that you're gonna see in this place are not coming from the explosion from the top of the volcano. Talking about the igneous rocks, it's just lava, or we can say in Latin, igneous means fire. So that's why the name of this rock is BEARDBRAND, the rain of fire. Why the name is like rain of fire? Because if you see, these rocks are very particular. They have holes on the yourself. It looks like a rain was coming here, start raining, and it marked on that way. But you guys maybe are thinking this lava is coming from the top, but it's not like that. Meanwhile, the volcano got an explosion. It found some weak places, the lava, and it started floating. So this lava that we see here, it petrified very slowly comparing with the igneous rocks right there, the black ones that you see there. So we call volcanic BEARDBRAND rocks because meanwhile this rock was petrified in the lava, into rock, the gases were coming from underneath making bubbles. That is the reason why you're gonna see these bubbles around this place. But if you see on the ground, guys, there are some rocks which ones don't look the same as this. Like this one, like these tiny ones, is because meanwhile the volcano was exploding, this speed of fire were landing on this mass of lava, like this kind of material, and it stuck, we're gonna say like an Oreo or like a kind of Chips Ahoy cookie, which one has chocolate inside. It looks pretty similar as that. The reason why the rocks they look like or iron color, like brown or like this kind of color, is because meanwhile it's getting old, it continued rusting. So this means if you see that one right there, it's older than the other ones, don't look like that rust, okay? So you guys gonna follow me down there because I definitely wanna show you the volcanic rock with the mineral of feldspar. If you see here, there are also volcanic rocks. So guys, talking about these volcanic BEARDBRAND rocks, I can even say it's just compacted volcanic ash. Because if you see just with my hand, you guys gonna see how easy it destroyed. Look,
Oh, wow.
so easy. It's like a kind of sand. It's like compacted sand as you see. And if you guys pay attention, if I take this rock, you clearly gonna see these minerals inside itself. If you see this very white one, like milk color, if it breaks easily with the nail as I did it, this one is feldspar. And this is a very important mineral here, especially for the lagoons. Because if we don't have this mineral around this area, all the water that is filtrating or going to the lagoons, talking about the depression, is going to be fresh water. And eventually the composition of salt and the minerals in that lagoon can disappear, so there isn't any flamingo food. So if we don't have any plankton, no flamingos. No flamingos, no foxes, no eagles, no condors. So that is the reason why it's quite important, all this area, especially with the volcanic BEARDBRAND rocks, because when it rains here, all this water take this mineral to the lagoons, okay? So now let me show you this interesting plant right here, okay? The name of this plant is Yareta, or I can even call the Andean Kush. Maybe you guys gonna think, maybe this plant is growing on the rock or something. but all this is the real plant. You clearly can listen, it's hollow.
Wild.
You know, to see this plant like this big, we're talking about 1,000 years ago that this plant is existing in this area. If you guys see the Yareta plant, it looks pretty similar as brain coral. You see the shape, you see everything. If you see right there in the corner, there is another Yareta plant, and the Yareta never grows on the ground. It just grows on the volcanic ignimbrite rocks to extract the minerals from it. The Yareta plant is very interesting because if you take this resin and smell it, man, touch it and smell it, and tell me the smell. It's like these drops. It's very fresh, right?
Feel like a mint?
Yeah, like mint, but it's very familiar smell, like pine tree.
Yeah, that is like a pine tree.
Yeah, so the Yareta, it grows so slowly. This plant, it grows 1 to 2 millimeters per year. If we see this one, we're talking about maybe 1,500 years ago that this plant is existing in this area, okay? You guys know, nowadays, many people is suffering about diabetes.
Yeah.
Because we consume too much Coca-Cola, too many sweet stuff that is not good for our health. So even the local people here, they got the problem of diabetes. How they used to care or how they knew that? Disgusting. Take the piece and drink the piece. If the piece was sweet, so this means you're suffering already the diabetes problem.
Hold on. You said piss, right?
Piss.
Okay.
The piss, man.
Okay.
It's
I want to make sure we're on the
disgusting.
same page, all right?
The piss,
take
yeah.
the piss and drink the piss.
Yeah.
If the piss is too sweet,
The doctor, the Andean doctor, we call
the
Kayawa.
Indian doctor would drink your piss.
No, you have to. And you have to tell to the Andean doctor, it's sweet. So the Andean doctor is gonna tell you,
Yeah.
you're suffering this problem,
Yeah.
and the Yareta plant, I don't know what it has in itself, but it helps your body, the pancreas,
Man, is that?
to produce more insulin.
Okay.
If your pancreas is lazy or it doesn't run very well, consuming this tea from this plant, it helps to produce much more insulin. So in this way, you're killing the sugar and you continue your life in good way. So thank you very much for your time, guys. You go and enjoy the beautiful landscape where we are in 4,100 meters over the sea.
Excellent.
Thank you, senores.
Thank you.
You're
Appreciate it. Guys, we are out here at the Canyapa Lagoon, and we are out in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna walk and maybe you just get some of all this here too. Getting out this way is quite a trek. It is a windy, bumpy, just, tough road to get out this way. But this is our first lagoon. We passed a couple that are really small and kind of dried up. And we're making our way out to another bigger one we're gonna show you. We're stopping here just to take in the scenery. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, guys, we are at the Stinky Lagoon.
Yes.
Tell us about that, Oscar.
Okay, so we are here. The name in Spanish is going to be Laguna Hedionda, Stinky Lagoon, because the smell of this lagoon is completely horrible. Smells like sulfur. It's because we had a lot of proportion of sulfur here. That is the reason why we're gonna see lots of flamingos living in this place, you know? In the world, we got 6 different kind of flamingos, and 3 of them are living here in the heights. We're talking about the Andean flamingo, Chilean flamingo, and the James flamingo. I started from the tallest to the smallest. But if we're talking about these flamingos, wow, they have a long life, longevity. We're talking about maybe 50 to 60 years living in captivity, and in wildlife we're talking about 40, 45 years old.
Wow.
Why is the reason they live like that? Because these birds behind of me, they evolved to control the heartbeats. Even if it's going to be winter, most of these flamingos start migrating in Argentina, Chile, inner Bolivia, lower places, but most of the teenagers, they're gonna spend the time up here. And if we're talking about winter, the degrees in this place goes minus 30 to 40 degrees below zero. So you guys can imagine how cold it is for these birds. They are so skinny, but these birds are crazy because they learn how to control the heartbeats. And I can even say every single night, it's like they kill themselves because they get into hibernation way to control the heartbeats in a slowly movement. So this means the blood doesn't freeze in the veins. That is the reason why the flamingos are surviving properly in this place. So this is what I can tell to you about the flamingos in these heights where we are in 4,100 meters of the sea in the Stinky Lagoon, my friends. Thank you very much to come to here. Gracias, mi amigo.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Beautiful, beautiful creatures.
They are beautiful.
Yeah. We had an incredible time filming this adventure. We hope you guys enjoyed following along as well. Thank you so much for all of your support. Remember, hit that like button, subscribe, and if you get a chance, share the video with your friends. It really helps us out. Stay safe and have a great week.